Plumbing update. So first of all, for the first time in a long time, it's kind of raining. And I got a plumber out here. They were like, oh, let's start. It's like, oh, no estimate? Okay. So the estimate was, and again, it's one of these things, $190 for a faucet. Again, it takes 5 minutes. They're gone, so they won't hear it. But I've actually quoted some other people. There was $150, $200. It's like, boy, I'd love to be a plumber. Because again, this thing, I think we've seen it before. Where it's on selfie cam, so it doesn't. The point is, one of the screws here is rusted in, and the nut around it is also rusted in. Otherwise, I could do it in 2 minutes because we already have the thing, right? The tub overflow thing, the problem with this was, is of course this came out. I tried to clean it. One of the things fell off. And they're having to go through the bottom of the house somewhere. They're going to measure it. They're getting some plastic or something for it. And the total cost, again, just scream out your answer, knowing that that's $200, and everybody else was $150, $200. What do you think the total is with that included? He said $689, and I said, let's call it an even $600. And he said, fine. I still think that's very high, but if that fixes the issue, that's fine. And then we'll have a beautiful tub access hole through the ceiling somewhere, which we don't know where exactly it is yet, because we don't know. All right. It could be in the sliding downstairs. It could be somewhere over there. We don't know because, could it be perhaps over here in the laundry area? Could it be over there? We don't know. Could it be in the garage? Could it be in the garage over here? Right next to the beautiful, beautiful heater. Because this is the master bedroom up here, right? So we'll have to measure that out. And $600 total. Well, and again, I'd be like, 600, come on. Like, is it a 10-hour job people are doing here? Now, it is 2 guys, but okay, so what? God, and again, the tub overflow thing, like, there's like a cockroach little antenna sticking out. I'm like, that's disgusting. Let's clean that. And let's break the tub. Let's break that screw. But, I've talked to some other people. There's some upselling guy from a more professional company coming out here. He had no idea by it. I think it was more of a salesman than like a plumber. He seemed like a young guy. He was in probably his 20s. I think he was just the salesman they have. Maybe he knows a little bit of plumbing, but he couldn't tell me how exactly. That was the other issue, is they couldn't tell me how exactly they're going to approach it. They're like, well, maybe we have to go through the exterior wall, the siding. It's like, well, or up this. But he couldn't quote me that. He said if he can easily take the screw out that's rusted in there, he's going to have to, he's going to have to do, he's going to have to charge more, but an unknown amount of more. Like, maybe he can quote me on that, as it's not done. But he quoted, I think, around $200 for the faucet as well. And there's another guy called on the phone. He said $150 on the faucet, but he didn't seem to be aware that the tub overflow is a little more complicated. And I had another person come out. Then you had the other people who were like, oh, the trip charge is $50. And then we'll tell you what we want to charge you. It's like, but, so I'm out $50, and then you can give me whatever number. I don't like that. There were a couple of people like that. There was another one. It was 2-hour minimum, starts at $160 an hour, so $320 minimum. And we don't know what the tub overflow is, Susan said on the phone. Like some receptionist. It was at some big company, so I don't think it was the wife or something. But it's like, I'm like, oh, so you can't give an estimate over the phone, even though I gave videos and everything. I should take more pictures. Oh, no, so it's a 2-hour minimum, $320, and then they might tell me they can't do the tub. So $320 to replace a fucking kitchen faucet that I already have, right? So out of all these options, I actually have a guy coming out here on Monday. I guess if this is successful, and let's not count our chickens before they roost. I don't think that's the right one. That is not the right saying at all, but that's fine. There's another guy coming out on Monday for an estimate. So even with plumbers, there are some companies, there are some people who are reputable enough who do come out for an estimate. And especially for the tub overflow there, you kind of have to maybe come out. And again, I was thinking, couldn't you make like some good DIY kind of flow chart type things where it's like, there's only so many things that can go wrong with a tub, right? Like this. So, you know, if there was a way to narrow it down, even just for me to know this is what you should expect, right? Or, well, I don't know. Apparently you don't have that, so this has been so far the only person who's been able to come out here, give a quote, and they actually just wanted to do it immediately. I'm like, yeah, please give me a quote first before we start, you know. So I don't know how it'll go, but that's just, plumbing's expensive. You know, it is expensive. $600 for a busted screw. Ugh. And again, my big problem is if there was access. Oh, we forgot. This is one of the reasons we went downstairs for. Apart from that, I'm just pacing up and down, waiting for them to come back. You know. Right. Oh, yeah. The prettiness I designed here myself. Now, this was the tub overflow drain for. There's a video. I might link to it, but this is not AC related. This is just a pretty cover because the drywall here is cut very shittily, by the way. I think we've seen the picture on it. There used to be a like plastic cover that was covered in, well, it was plastic. It was covered in like dust and stuff. That's why I thought it was AC, like it sucks in the air. No, they just put this piece of shit cover there that didn't even cover the whole thing, or it was just very off. And it was also indented in. So it looked like the air was being sucked in here. That's why it's dirty. That's why it's dimpled in, right? And as we discovered, this is not about the AC. I'm not going to take it off because I think we saw that the screw going in is not, you know, going to hold forever. So we're not taking this off. We're linking to the old video. Or maybe even putting in a couple of pictures, screenshot, something like that. And we said, this is the tub. This is the tub that's on the other side here. And you can see the pipe here. If we had access to it, and I knew, because again, there's no access to these. You're supposed to have access to these things, right? Like here. Now, it looks like they had to tear through the drywall after it was drywalled to get access to it, as opposed to just leave something open, or even some kind of lockable thing. I think there's like Home Depot has some of those set designs for it, and you know, that sort of thing. So I don't know how thorough they're going to be. Are they going to put some pretty new thing in there? Am I going to have to fuck with the drywall later, you know, and put something in? Probably not myself. I mean, let's not kid ourselves here, folks. Not working with then again, I did this, but you know, I mean, you know, this is actually an improvement over what was that. And that's the other thing is this was done professionally, I assume. Somebody put it here. It wasn't the grandma who used to live here. You know, and that's the professional stuff. So hopefully these people are better. They had some good reviews. They had a lot of reviews. And they seem pretty quick. Because some people, again, it's just this, oh yeah, we'll come out trip charge, and then we'll just give you a number. And, oh yeah, I keep forgetting to finish these stories, but Susan at the 2-hour minimum place with 320, 160 times 2. I don't even want to lean on this, you know? Let me lean on. Oh, the door's not good. You know, let's lean over here. But basically, it was like, oh, well, I'm not a plumber, says Susan, so I can't really tell you about the tub overflow. But it's a 2-hour minimum. And, okay. Well, that's nice, Susan. It's a 2-hour minimum. And I don't know much about plumbing. I don't. You know, I can't tell you. Susan, just a quick question. Would there be a plumber around near where you are? Right. Because you're going to send a plumber to my house. Could you just spend 30 seconds asking someone? No, they can't. No, they really can't do that. So it's like, okay, clearly we can't go with them. They did, that company with the 2-hour minimum, they did end up doing the door here. It was okay. I mean, it's satisfactory. It works as a door. You can see, I don't know if you can actually. Let me see. Okay. Here, my eyes. I don't know if you can see it, but this is fiberglass. This is new stuff. It has kind of woody grain in it, but it's actually just one color. And you can see, especially here, I mean, it kind of works in the sense of it's supposed to be wood, so maybe not 100% of it has to be 100% wood, because this is a solid white door on both sides when it comes here. But you can see, okay, they didn't quite paint it 100%, but I don't know. So it's like, I don't know, it wasn't 100%, but it works as a door. It's just the cosmetic thing of, okay, fine, maybe they could have done. Or, I don't know. Then again, it's like, you see this thing here? Okay, maybe that works better. I don't know. I mean, that's a cope, really. It costs $1,000, but I asked some other people, that's what it costs. Most of it is the door itself, right? The guy was here for 4 or 5 hours. It was great, because, when you're painting the door, it had to be open, So, like, all the mosquitoes got in. It was like 90 degrees in the house. It's like, okay. It was still October. It was still like real 2019. Because when I got this house, tropical depression or storm Imelda came through. Oh, boy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy. Well, door issue part 2, because... Oh, boy. When Tropical Storm Imelda came through, what happened was the following. This whole carpet was wet down here. And as you can guess, hey, isn't this fun? All live. We're doing this live. So it just rained like 2 inches maybe in an hour or two. It still continues to rain a little bit. And what did I notice here? I thought this was fixed. I saw, because I turned this on, I saw the glistening of, is that a bug? I hope that's a bug. No, it's water. Oh, boy. Fuck me in the ass. Oh, boy. That is water again. Oh, no. The underlayer of there is a bit spongy, and you can see that's water. Not very much. Oh, boy. Let me, this is live. Okay, well, I mean, it's recorded, but I'm glad we're talking about lots of things. This is how I see how the house is falling apart. But when Tropical Storm Imelda came through, and there was a lot of rain, there's a lot more water leaking in. And it was because the sides of the door were rotting out. Now, they replaced the door sides. They replaced the door itself. Because it was wood just like the one up there. But that doesn't get very much water, because unfortunately everything just hits everything here, right? Oh, Lord. I do have a handyman that might fix whatever drywall issue is there. He couldn't do the plumbing. He said, I don't do plumbing, get a real plumber. So that's good. People don't overestimate their capacities. It's the Dunning-Kruger thing. If people do acknowledge their incompetence, which means they are competent or something. So he should have done, okay, well, I don't know. But the point is, I think he probably could do something with this. I still have to diagnose where exactly the water is coming from outside, but where exactly, because with the Imelda thing, you can see this is kind of rotted out and ugly looking. That's because the water was leaking in here. Now, there wasn't much damage to the other stuff. I saw it with my own eyes. But, oh boy, where's the water coming in? Outside, but we're outside. I'll have to hose it down or something and see where exactly it's coming in. I think we have the computer duster. If the computer duster is, you know what? The plumbers are not back yet, so I guess we can do our own experimentation with the computer duster, although this is empty. Almost empty. You don't want to shake these up, actually. Let's see, because I remember you used to be able to take a paper clip, make it straight, and stick it through that white area, and I can't do that anymore. But I don't know. Of course. You know. Oh boy. Well, I'm glad that see, this is we record content for the internets, and yep, let's switch. You can see the dry, well, it is dry like over here. Well, is that dry? It's pretty dry over here. I don't want to touch it too much because it's rusty nails. You can see that's definitely water. I mean, I don't know if you can definitely see it, but that is water. You can see the splotchiness here versus there. It's not massive amounts of water, but, you know, there shouldn't be any water seeping in. And then this area, you know, this looks wet. You know, this looks wet, but it's really not. No, I mean, no, it's sponge cake. No, this is actually dry. It's only, well, you know, it could be discolored from the previous water, but that's definitely water there. You know, I can feel that. And yeah, you can see it's more rotted away, but again, it's not that horrible. Now, I think the plumbers might be back. Hold on. Nope, I'm just hearing noises, so that's good. And let's see here. So I'm gonna just stick this up. They're both kind of empty. I have one left that's full. You know what, let's open the door. It's not raining heavily anymore. Okay, so there could be an issue of the fact that this is coming in just through, well, it's coming under, right? Well, what is that? Is that, oh boy. This should be doing something about it, you know? This ink, is the incline coming in? Where is the water falling? Is it like maybe some caulking around here? I mean, it might be just that simple, you know? I mean, a little bit of caulk is easy to put there. I mean, I can do that myself. But can I reach? Let me see. There's no white stuff coming out. How do you do that? Upside down. Watch this. Oh, this is fun. We can make a video just about this. You know what? Let me get my tripod. We have to record this, so I can't hold the camera. My long arms aren't that long. Well, we're having fun seeing how the house is being destroyed, right? By Mother Nature here. Here's my tripod. All right. All right, let's do this. Let's go. All right. So if you hold this upside down, it'll be cool. Hold on. There we go. We'll fix that, but look at how cool this is. Anyways, let's see where it comes out. You know what about halfsies? Oh, I can taste this. Oh God. Oh man, that is so bitter. I think they put this stuff in there so you don't get high anymore, but good Lord, I can't do any basic work now. Oh wow. Oh wow. That is horrible. My God. Okay, I mean, well, the door's open though, so that sort of defeats the purpose. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have, the other issue is this is a pretty unclean window, so let me just see. I can't see if any of it's going outside because the window's kind of blurry. See, that's my issue, is it doesn't look like there's any escape. That's something. Leaving some residue. Okay. Ugh. Clear the area. Ugh. Oh man, that is awful, isn't it? Anyways, so there's some minor issues there with water. We can't resolve it, and this bitter smell is just awful. No. Okay, maybe it's gone. So, yeah, we put some residue on here. Is that poison? I don't know. But this is not good. There's water in here. It shouldn't be. And, well, so there's a couple things. There's none of it really over here. So there does not appear to be here. I don't know if the water is from this area. There is a line here. I don't know if you can see it. In fact, let's go back to 1. Oh, better. There's a line here, right there. I don't know if it's coming in there or just under. It's possibly under. What does that correspond to? Let's figure this out. Oh boy. Right, so this is the line here. Oh, it could, there's another one that it could fall into over here. You know, I have a dropper or some kind of little syringe. We could use that instead of hosing the water. Because again, we know it's coming somewhere. We don't need a giant hose when it dries out just to see. We know it's coming from here. It's water from the outside in. But where is it? Is it leaking in here? Is it leaking in from here to this line? That's my leading thing here, because this thing, hold on. Ooh, I can't really go outside to see where the door, okay, let me see here. Let's not lock ourselves out again. Okay. All right. So the line we're worried about is this, but that's well below the door, right? What the fuck? Well, hold on. I don't think there should be this giant gap here, right? I mean, it should be like that, all right? And then this gap gets bigger. Or is it just a caulking issue where that area here and here, all right? Right, so that's the door. It doesn't look like it's, okay, well, right. So this is a tricky one, but thankfully it's not a massive amount of water. Oh boy, we're dripping dirt on the ground. Okay, well, you know, I think that's the conclusion. Hopefully the plumbing will go better. We'll have this as part 1 plumbing and special door thing that's going wrong, and we'll see the conclusion of the tub thing and see if that's going to work. So yeah, this is fun. You know, we're discovering new things that don't work. And that's the other thing. Okay, let's leave a final thought as I'm getting high off the fumes of this now. Good Lord, I should be sitting here. But the point is, this is a good angle. This is a fun angle, and we'll see the plumbers coming if they are coming back. Haven't paid them, so, you know. So this is one of the reasons why, oh, let's do renovation. It's like, oh my God, you can barely get out here somebody for something functional. And even when, you know, you pay good money for a door, I mean, this is not the end of the world, right? But It's just these things where little things you change and it just breaks. Same thing with the tub overflow. I just wanted to clean it. I wanted to be a good guy. Just wanted to get rid of the cockroach antennas in there that were just sticking out. And let me just do a nice deep clean on there. Just spray some stuff in there. No. It's got to break in there. Now we got to, tunnel through the house to find where the drain is and replace the whole thing. Oh, Lord. Lordy, right? They're going out for lunch, huh? I'm not paying them right now, so, who cares, right? But it is kind of frustrating, I suppose. And, but yeah, that's why it's let's do a renovation, I do look at these, I do some videos. I probably should do more because they're kind of fun, easy to do, and I can kind of look at things. But you renovate, and it's okay, you remove a bunch of stuff. Half of it's going to be not put on 100%, so there's going to be more problems, okay? Good luck getting people out here, and then it costs an ass load, all right? Because again, one of the handyman people that I tried on Thumbtack, he said, I do plumbing stuff, but I'm a handy. Okay. And he said, I think $70 or $75 an hour was his going rate. I'm like, okay, well, he's not going to be here the whole day fixing one pipe. So what per hour, how much would that be? I sent him a video, sent him a picture of the faucet, and he said, well, I don't know about the tub drain. Nobody knows about the tub drain. But I would have to come out for the faucet. And the faucet's $195, $200. He said $200, just like this guy. And I was thinking, well, okay, $200, fine. The problem with $200 for the faucet is, of course, that, are you here for 3 hours on the faucet? If you have a set price, I don't mind a set price. It's a bit high, but it's a set price. It seems to be the set price everybody's quoting, $150. Okay, even though it's that much, and maybe they have to drill through it because it's an old piece of shit. I don't know. But the point is, $200. Now, again, if you're saying $75 an hour or $70, well, that's about 3 hours of the work. Again, are there 3 people out here for 1 full hour just drilling through the rusted, and that's the kitchen faucet. He didn't know about the tub overflow. So it's here's $200 and I still don't have the main thing fixed, right? So it's just, this is why it's these cosmetic things of, this isn't that pretty. It's just, I don't care. As long as it's not leaking, as long as it is leaking where it should be, like the tub overflow, it should be leaking into it, but it doesn't run. Anyways, I think that's it. This is fun. Some downtime here. I was gonna go. Let's finish up with the yoga mat. This was fun. This is a nice oversized yoga mat. I think we've mentioned it before. It's gonna be cloudy and raining for the next week. It was droughty and sunny for the last 2 months. So I guess that's what you have. But I couldn't sunbathe today. So that's what it is. That's fine. That's fine. We can make this video. And I think that's it. So part 2, what does the hole in the ceiling look like? Is it even fixed? We'll figure that out in part 2. So there we go.